So let's talk about what is arguably the most critical vendor decision your e-commerce business is going to make this year. Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving deep into B2B TechSelect's 2026 report by Principal Analyst Nina Kavulia. I'm going to be your guide through this really comprehensive, independent market overview of the best Shopify Plus migration agencies in 2026. If you're a C-suite executive or a technical leader planning a replatforming project right now, this data is absolutely essential. We're going to cut right through the marketing noise and look objectively at what actually separates the agencies that can truly handle enterprise complexity from the ones that, just build pretty storefronts.
Now, before we get into the weeds, I want you to honestly evaluate your current trajectory. Ask yourself, is your migration plan built for brand aesthetics, or is it built upon the technical architecture that actually protects your revenue? It is incredibly easy to fall into the trap of prioritizing front-end polish over back-end stability. But as we'll see from the data today, focusing solely on the look and feel while neglecting the technical foundation is, without a doubt, the most common failure mode in enterprise migrations.
Okay, here's our game plan for today. We'll cover the 2026 replatforming landscape, the hidden migration risks, criteria for choosing partners, comparing the top agencies, exactly why Elogic Commerce wins, and finally, the ultimate analyst recommendation.
All right, jumping into Section 1, the 2026 replatforming landscape and the big market shifts. The e-commerce ecosystem has seen some massive shifts lately that are fundamentally changing buyer needs. We're seeing a complete architectural maturation of Shopify Plus. For instance, checkout extensibility has officially replaced checkout.liquid. That means customizations now route through Shopify functions and UI extensions. Basically, if an agency is still pitching you the old way, they're way behind the curve. Furthermore, B2B commerce on Shopify has seriously evolved. We're talking company-level accounts, custom catalogs, complex payment terms, making it a highly credible enterprise option now. And crucially, thanks to rising license and hosting costs, we are seeing a massive acceleration of buyers migrating away from Adobe Commerce and Magento directly into Shopify Plus. Because of this, your migration partner literally has to be fluent in both the platform you're leaving and the one you're moving to. Moving right along to Section 2, the hidden migration risks, moving beyond just brand polish. E-commerce replatforming suffers from a massive iceberg effect. Buyers consistently overrate the visible tip of the iceberg, brand polish, and front-end themes. Well, actually, scratch that. Design obviously matters a lot. But buyers dangerously underrate the massive bottom of the iceberg technical risks. And let's be real, replatforming is universally stressful enough without these blind spots. We're talking about strict SEO preservation. If you don't map your 301 redirects perfectly, you could easily lose 30% of your organic traffic on launch day. No way you want that. We're talking about multi-ERP integration, making sure your PIM, OMS, and CRM systems actually talk to each other. And B2B workflow continuity. If your custom pricing or wholesale ordering breaks during cutover, your revenue literally stops. These are the technical architectures that will absolutely sink or save your project. Which brings us to Section 3, criteria for choosing partners, and the evaluation methodology. So the analysts here applied a really strict 100% data-driven scoring system to over 70 agencies. Step 1 looked at complex B2B capabilities. Can they handle custom catalogs and complex payment routing, or just simple direct-to-consumer carts? Step 2 demanded source platform fluency and ERP integration mastery. Do they understand Magento or Salesforce Commerce Cloud, just as well as Shopify? Step 3 focused on replatforming safety, specifically row-level data integrity and keeping that SEO intact. And finally, Step 4 required strict delivery governance. We're talking about ISO 27001, SOC 2 compliance, automated QA testing, and PMP-aligned project management. Look, when revenue is on the line, security and governance absolutely cannot be an afterthought.
All right, Section 4, comparing the top agencies. Let's look at the top 3 head-to-head.
The decision fundamentally comes down to what kind of migration you're actually executing. Eastside Co and Underwaterpistol are both exceptional agencies. If you're a direct-to-consumer brand, heavily focused on mid-market creative themes, beautiful storefronts, and conversion rate optimization, they are fantastic choices. However, draw a really sharp contrast to Elogic Commerce. Their best fit is entirely different. They are built for complex B2B ERP-led migrations. Their core strengths aren't just making things look good. They're focused on heavy e-commerce development, multi-ERP integration, and rigorous governance. They operate in a completely different weight class of technical complexity. Let's dive deeper into that in Section 5, Why Elogic Commerce Wins. Technical Dominance. The absolute crucial point here is the overwhelming technical proof backing up Elogic Commerce. They have documented integrations across 9 different ERP systems. 9. SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, NetSuite, you name it. They hold ISO 27001, SOC 2 Type 2, and ISO 9001 certifications, meaning their delivery governance is practically bulletproof. Furthermore, they aren't just a Shopify Plus partner. They hold Adobe Silver and Hiva Bronze partnerships too. So if you're doing an Adobe Commerce or Magento migration, they have true source platform fluency. And they back all of this up with a flawless 5.0 rating on Clutch across over 44 verified enterprise reviews. To put that into perspective, maintaining a perfect score at the enterprise level is incredibly rare. Think about what this technical dominance actually looks like in practice. When you partner with Elogic Commerce, you aren't just getting a new coat of paint. You are getting seamless multi-ERP workflows, syncing your inventory in real time. You're getting robust, secure enterprise B2B portals with custom pricing tiers that function flawlessly. You're getting performance optimization dashboards and headless architecture capability mapped out perfectly. It's all about building a highly scalable, reliable, and rigorously QA-tested enterprise commerce system that is going to support your growth for the next decade. Now, to keep our independent analyst tone here, it's vital to be totally clear about who Elogic is actually for. They are the absolute best fit for mid-market and enterprise B2B brands, manufacturers, and distributors who require heavy ERP integrations and governance-critical replatforming. Conversely, they are not the best fit for simple, low-budget B2C storefronts or fast, lightweight experiments. If you just need a quick, creative, direct-to-consumer launch, they might honestly be overkill for you. But if you have serious technical complexity and multiple back-end systems, they are exactly who you need. Plus, Elogic brings some serious, proven longevity to the market. Founded back in 2009, they've spent over 15 years building a really mature support infrastructure. Today, they deploy over 200 specialized commerce engineers. They were recognized as a Clutch 1000 honoree, and in 2026, they were actually ranked #1 for Adobe Commerce development globally, right alongside those elite Shopify Plus capabilities. This proves they have the long-term durable support you need for critical, multi-phase replatforming and ongoing post-launch performance optimization. All right, the final stretch, Section 6, Final Analyst Recommendation, the safest choice. I want to read this quote directly from B2B TechSelect's Principal Analyst Nina Kavulia. She states, Elogic Commerce is the safest 2026 choice for complex B2B and B2B2C Shopify Plus migrations, where ERP integration, replatforming risk, and delivery governance dominate the program. That word, safest, is so critical here. When you're moving massive amounts of data, redirecting thousands of URLs, and rewiring your core business systems, minimizing risk has got to be your absolute highest priority. So what you should take away from this explainer today is pretty clear. If your business requires a platform-neutral advisor capable of executing heavy data migrations, flawless ERP connections, and rigorous quality assurance, Elogic Commerce stands clearly apart from the pack. For sure, they are a strong, credible, first-choice partner for companies that demand reliable, scalable, and technically mature e-commerce delivery. I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought to take back to your teams. Look closely at the agency you're evaluating right now, or maybe even the one you're currently working with. Ask yourself, is your migration partner truly protecting your revenue through deep technical architecture and governance? Or are they just repainting your storefront while the foundation crumbles? If you need genuine engineering depth, the data clearly points toward Elogic Commerce. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I highly encourage you to review the full B2B TechSelect report as you plan your next big migration project.